First came the Magic Kingdom, then the incredible EPCOT Center. Now comes the new Disney MGM Studios theme park.
We've got a cookie battle brewing, Halloween party prices, and Tiana is almost there on this episode of News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for May 15th, 2024. Tickets are now on sale for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2024 at Magic Kingdom, which means the exact pricing per date is available. The event starts Friday, August 9th and runs through Thursday, October 31st. Prices range from a low of $119 per person to a high of $199 per person. With something like 38 dates, I don't think you want me to go through the pricing of each and every night. Just check our site for details. Disney has confirmed that Tiana's Bayou adventure will use a virtual queue and lightning lane when it opens at Magic Kingdom. A standby queue will not be available, at least at first. When Tiana's Bayou adventure opens on June 28th, it will use a virtual queue. Guests can request to join the virtual queue via the My Disney Experience app at one of two times. Of course, there's 7 a.m., your traditional time, and 1 p.m., again, kind of traditional for those of you that are used to doing this. While a standby queue will not be available during the attraction's initial opening days, we expect to open a standby queue soon after the attraction's opening. Visit DisneyWorld.com/virtual queue for more details about how virtual queues at Disney World work and what you need to know before visiting the Magic Kingdom. Tiana's Bayou adventure will also be included as a lightning lane entrance to Disney Genie Plus service. Purchasing this service on the My Disney Experience app helps you get some of your favorite attractions faster through lightning lane entrances and includes digital downloads of select Disney Photo Pass attraction photos that are taken in the park on the day of your purchase at no additional charge. We did get a preview of what those photos are going to look like. Guests may check the app on the day of their visit for pricing and availability. The pricing is dynamic, changes depending on how much money they think they can get out of you on that day. Disney has also confirmed the dates for annual pass holder previews of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Pass holders will be able to preview the attraction on June 13th, 14th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 20th. Virtual queue and park pass reservations will be required. Sadly, as soon as word got out, AP scooped up all those park passes. So as of right now, there are no available park reservations. That might change. You might want to just keep checking the app. DVC members will be able to preview the attraction between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Wednesday, June 12th, and from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Wednesday, June 19th. Registration will open on Thursday, May 16th, that's tomorrow, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Members will receive access to the registration link in their email and on the news and alerts section of DisneyVacationClub.com. Pre-registration is required. Magic Kingdom cast members will be able to preview the attraction beginning on June 2nd, and then more cast member previews will be from June 3rd through 7th and 23rd through 26th. Registration for that opens on May 20th for those cast members. Finally, there is also a preview for D23 Gold members. The event will be on Saturday, June 22nd. Tickets will go on sale on Thursday, May 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Tickets will be $67 and are available on the D23 website. There will be a virtual queue for tickets. It's not guaranteed that all D23 Gold members who join the queue will actually receive those tickets. Specialty food and beverage offerings plus attraction merchandise for Tiana's Bayou Adventure are also coming to Magic Kingdom next month. Starting June 28th, you can find the collections for Tiana's Bayou Adventure and the Princess and the Frog inspired merchandise at the Emporium at Magic Kingdom. And shortly after the attraction debuts, the merchandise will then hop over to Critter Co-op in Frontierland. Additional details about the various merchandise collections will be shared by Disney very soon. A trip to the Bayou is never complete, of course, without some good eats and sweet treats. According to Disney, among the food and beverage offerings we look forward to sharing soon will be Tiana's famous beignets, of course. Beginning opening day, Golden Oak Outpost and Friar's Nook will be serving up these light, sweet, and fluffy beignets drizzled with honey and powdered sugar. These will be available for a limited time only, so let the good times roll. Oh, I'm sorry. My sister Hillary will never forgive me if I don't say laissez les bon temps rouler or something like that. What would this show be without me attempting to speak French badly? Alice and the Mad Hatter are now meeting guests in the Magic Kingdom. The duo from the 1951 animated film Alice in Wonderland were found outside of the Mad Tea Party attraction in Fantasyland on Monday. The meet and greet with Alice and the Mad Hatter did not appear on the My Disney Experience app. We were told it was a surprise meet and greet. Alice regularly meets guests in the morning and afternoon in EPCOT at the United Kingdom Pavilion, but keep your eyes peeled, you might see them again. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book those unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part is that their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. The Joy meet and greet at the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot has permanently closed for the character to move to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Joy had met in front of the Imagination Land backdrop inside the Imagination Pavilion for a few years. She appeared outside back when there were social distancing requirements. You may remember that. When we visited the pavilion on Tuesday, she was nowhere to be seen. There were no stanchions set up for a queue either. We confirmed that Joy would no longer be meeting at Epcot. The Inside Out character will move to Pixar Plaza and Disney's Hollywood Studios with her new meet and greet beginning on June 10th. This is just a few days before the release of Inside Out 2, which comes out on June 14th. Disney has added a new MagicBand Plus effect to the library pre-show of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Before guests board the Tower of Terror, they watch a pre-show on an old TV in a hotel's library. The pre-show features the opening sequence of the Twilight Zone and a Rod Serling-esque narration describing the ride's lore. You may remember we had Mark Silverman, that voice, in our studio just a few days ago. During the story's pivotal lightning strike, any MagicBand Plus in the room vibrates and flashes with blue-white light. At the end of the pre-show, when the TV turns off in a burst of static, a MagicBand Plus will briefly light up red and green. Thumper and Eeyore made an appearance to meet guests at Disney's Animal Kingdom this week. The two characters made a surprise appearance outside of the conservation station in Rafika's Planet Watch at Animal Kingdom on Monday. Thumper from the animated film Bambi and Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh took around 20-minute turns greeting guests before switching off with one another. The meet and greets are likely a temporary addition as they were not officially listed on the My Disney Experience app or on the Walt Disney World website. Disney's Animal Kingdom has seen a few returning meet and greets in the past few days. Pocahontas, Goofy, and Pluto have all returned to greeting guests in the park after the Flotilla experience was officially retired. Employees from Gideon's Bakehouse at Disney Springs have come forward with reports of dangerous and dirty working conditions, as told to WDWNT in an exclusive interview. After reports emerged about unsafe practices and what they call unfair wages, we spoke with a collective of Gideon's Bakehouse employees about the ongoing issues. The staff has attempted to address these concerns with management and seeks not to speak against the company, but to see the problems resolved for a safer work environment and livable wages. While Gideon's Bakehouse is a third-party company, the staff is expected to uphold Disney's 5 keys and go through training such as traditions as well as Disney Springs specific orientation. We normally don't go too deep into third-party stuff on here, but the popularity of Gideon's and obviously those long lines that you see for those delicious cookies warrants, I think, a little discussion here. The staff at Gideon's Bakehouse are contractually tipped employees making $8.98 an hour plus tips per Florida minimum wage laws. However, company policy changed in early 2024 now prohibits the solicitation of tips. Employees claim that this resulted in $400 less per paycheck. The Gideon staff is requesting a pay increase to $16 an hour or a mandatory gratuity automatically added to each purchase. So before, they would say something like, if you enjoyed the service we gave you, please tip. Now, you are prompted for a tip at the point of sale system. Some people give nothing, some people give 20% or even more. I think it depends on how people feel about these type of counter service environments where it's not as clear on tipping guidelines as it may be for something like a restaurant. The employees also reported the use of slurs and discriminatory language by upper management, including members of the Human Resources Department. The language is used in reference to both staff and guests. The employees at Gideon's are often required to work half of their shift, that's 4 hours, outdoors in any condition. This includes high heat, and the uniform guidelines prohibit the wearing of shorts, requiring staff to stand outdoors or run deliveries around Disney Springs in all black with full-length pants. The employees reported frequent instances of heat sickness requiring rest and hydration. They are currently not allowed to use fans. They've asked that that be addressed as well. They reported that no policies or procedures are written or discussed for emergencies as well, including but not limited to inclement weather, fire, active shooters, accidents, or hazards. No training was provided to any of the staff we spoke with regarding emergency situations. Gideon's Bakehouse is adjacent to a fire alley in Disney Springs, but it is not accessible. The staff reported that during construction, it was never connected via a door or stairs, unlike neighboring venues like the Ganachery. The kitchen has a wall of ovens, but only one entrance/exit, causing the staff to be concerned about safety in the event of a fire. The kitchen at Gideon's Bakehouse reportedly has a traditional 3-sink sanitation station, but the employees said the baking sheets used by the company do not fit in those sinks. As such, they have been trained to spray the sheets with a sanitizer and wipe them down. They claim that the baking sheets have not been washed using the sanitation station or the dishwasher. According to the staff, the menu boards in the shop haven't been updated in over a year, and the menus that are printed monthly have not been updated to clarify proper ingredients. One of the offerings, a banana bread cookie, is labeled inside the shop as containing walnuts, but not on the other menus. They reported at least one incident wherein a guest had an allergic reaction earlier this year. The employees at Gideon's Bakehouse have issued a letter of demands to management. They reported management responded by cornering employees to ask about potential involvement. Some have been fired and suspected retaliation. The letter of demands can be read in full for those seeking information. I will say it is a lengthy list of demands. And on the spectrum, it goes from things that are no-brainers like health and safety down to all the way to kind of foot stomping. There are complaints about shaking an iced coffee drink and that they don't want to shake it, they want to stir it. To me, that's, hey, if the employer says this is better shaken, it makes it colder, then I think that's something you do. I don't get that complaint. I understand, like if here I were to say, Tom, it's more efficient for us to shoot this in standard definition or maybe 720. I don't want to do 4K because it takes longer for our editors to download it and upload. I don't know that that would be well received. I think that's something that we try to do to make the audience enjoy the product more. I think that's the same thing with some of these things, but there are a number of these things. I don't want to get into compensation because, quite frankly, I've worked in a service industry in a very long time, and I don't know how the tips are distributed. I don't know how this works. I know that when I go to Gideon's, like I said, I'll give them a tip. Some people have said in the comments they absolutely don't. People have differing opinions on how this works in today's increased tippable wage economy. I get it. Gideon's did respond to all of this on Instagram. It says, "Hi, I'm getting a lot of calls to answer the anonymous poster's claims of workplace mistreatment. We will respond, but I am not anonymous and have guidelines I must understand. However, much of what is being represented is either misleading or false. I ask you not to run to the pitchforks and hear our side. I hope we've earned at least that much in our own community. I can eagerly go through the list of demands from why I shake my cold brew flavors to our handicap ADA compliance. Also, the flagship store offers a competitive take-home that is more than double what has been claimed, plus full benefits. In our 9 years of business, we have never failed a health and safety report or had any major infractions, and our second location would not have been permitted to open without meeting all of those requirements and then some. Most importantly, I love my team. I hire everyone personally, and we discuss bringing emotional maturity and leaving out ego in the workplace with a need to look out for each other. Sometimes people fall short and are let go, but you'll notice many of the same faces have been with me for years. Gideon's is a team of over 180 people, and no one can ever say that everyone is completely happy in a group that large, but I feel confident that everyone is treated with care and respect." We'll see what happens here. Obviously, there's a long list of demands. I imagine some of those demands will be addressed, some of those demands will be ignored, some people will not be happy, some will be happy, but I guess that will probably shake out soon, and we'll probably hear about it from either side on social media soon enough. Cast members will be the first to see the new Disney Dreams That Soar drone show at Disney Springs with a preview before the show's debut. Cast members will be able to view Disney Dreams That Soar in the morning on May 22nd, 2024. The show will debut on May 24th and run for a limited time through September 2nd. The Disney Live Entertainment team recently performed the first set of creative rehearsals for the show at an off-site property. Show director Tony Giordano said, "We are presenting Disney characters who have had a dream of flying, not just the idea that they can fly, but the idea of taking their lives to the next level. We put a lot of thought in making sure that no matter how old you are or how much of a fan you are, you're going to see a character that you love." Some of the characters and elements featured in the show include Baymax from Big Hero 6, the Death Star, who always dreamed of flying, and Grogu from Star Wars. Peter Pan and Dumbo are also there. The show uses 800 drones to create the giant images. The Death Star is larger than Spaceship Earth, and Baymax is almost twice the icon's height. The best place to experience Disney Dreams That Soar will be along the waterway in the Disney Springs West Side. The performance is just under 10 minutes and will be performed twice each evening through September 2nd. You can watch the test on the Disney Parks and Disney Springs Instagram. I don't know how good a feel the cast members are going to get in that preview, watching it in the morning when a lot of this looks like nighttime effects and lights and stuff like that, but hopefully it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure a lot of you are too. Guests will have a chance to run through the recently opened World of Frozen Land during the Hong Kong Disneyland 10K weekend 2024. The race weekend will take place on November 2nd and 3rd and will feature 5 races themed to Marvel superheroes, Pixar characters, Duffy and Friends, Mickey and Friends, along with an all-new Frozen race, which will allow guests to run through the Kingdom of Arendelle for the first time. Participants can choose which race is best for them, from kid races to the 10K. Those who join in for Hong Kong Disneyland 10K weekend will be able to take home a runner pack, which includes a race-themed t-shirt, a sports wristband, and more. Guests will also get a finisher medal for their race. Runners can flex their hero skills as they race through the resort, finding Marvel characters and other surprises along the way. The finisher medal features Captain Marvel and Iron Man posing in front of Stark Expo. That's for the Marvel run. The Pixar Pals 5K will feature favorite Pixar characters cheering runners on as they make their way through Hong Kong Disneyland Resort. The finisher medal for the Pixar Pals 5K features Jessie and Woody from Toy Story posing alongside a set of blocks that read Toy Story Land. The family-friendly Frozen Explorers 3K race will see Queens Anna and Elsa supporting from the sidelines with the citizens of Arendelle as guests run through the fjord. The Frozen Explorers 3K finisher medal features Olaf and the Snow Geese having fun in World of Frozen. There is also a Duffy and Friends 3K. The finisher medal for the Duffy and Friends 3K has Lena Bell and Duffy chasing butterflies on the front. Even the youngest of runners can then join the Magic with the Kids races that are going to be on there featuring Mickey and Friends. These races sport child-friendly courses and a play area. The finisher medal for the Kids races is bright orange and features Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Chip, and Dale together in iridescent running attire. A large Disney D is at the center of the Mickey-shaped medal. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that did not make it onto today's show, be sure to check wdwnt.com. And of course, follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen several times every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.